Okay, hello. I'm back. That was so funny. Yeah, the ticket website literally fucking crashed my computer. It started loading for like a suspicious amount of time. I was like, I don't know about this. Anyway, dude, that's so stupid. Here we go. I mean, so sorry about that. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Good thing Clip has an autosave feature. So that's good. I'm just gonna. So that's good. Okay, let's that's what I get for not focusing, I guess. Okay, I don't think we lost a lot of progress. Hi. Hello. Also, Zara, you know you can change your little like stream avatar to a broccoli, right? Hi, Freya. Hi, Freya. Yeah, there's not really room for you right there. Tell me. Can't be the ticket website fucking crashed my computer. How rude. Shit's evil as hell. Okay. So I'm not gonna go look at that right now. Sorry. I'm just gonna leave that alone and let it not crash my shit. It's warning enough. You know what website also has a really bad habit of doing that? Is fucking Twitter. For a long time, Twitter had a wicked habit of just locking my computer up. And it didn't happen on other websites. It was just Twitter. I think it was pre-Elon, too. This is the song. This is the song. It is not from the album I thought it was. Oh, did it? That's so funny. this up a little bit. But this is one of my favorites of theirs. It's from an older album, so I don't think they'll play it. Don't know the way I used to do. Girl got issues. We're just two peas in a pod right now. I got mine too. Okay. Do it right. I used to do got issues. Got my two. I know. I think he really wanted to get away from that like fandom. I'm not quite sure. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, commercial time. Love you. Got my two. Twitch, when I get you, when I fucking get you. Yeah, but they played, when I last went, they played a decent amount of their music. Like, from like the. Oh, you know where the building is? Nice. I hear you say, oh, oh no. I'm also excited. But they played a lot off of the like Ghost albums and stuff and everything. It's like the music that like like I kind of know them for, other than like the fact that I just listen to all their shit now. I'm also very excited. They probably will. which is fine because they sound great because they're fucking great. But I don't think Redacted realized how much I like their music because I sing the words to literally every song, like Go for Go. So I think he knew I liked it, but I don't think he knew I liked it that much. But I mean, like, they're my go-to, like, stream music, you know? So I listen to their stuff a lot. Did I show him the videos? Have I made you watch the Mystery Skull videos? The animated ones?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yes, I did. Love, love, love. Yeah. Honey. Zara goes, I was gonna say, if he saw Lewis, he would have been like, yep, I see. Yeah. It's Glowy Skelly boy. I can't not. I'm but a simple woman. I see glowing skeleton, and my brain go burr. It is but a simple fact of life. Oh my god, yeah, it was. It was a very skeleton year for me. Yeah, because like you said, we had. Sorry, did you change to a broccoli? Yes. I'm so happy about that. Okay. Yeah, no, because yeah, we had Sans, and then of course the 4,000 AUs. Um, that exists for the Undertale fandom, which was so fun to be a part of when they were coming out. Um, like early Undertale fandom was pretty fun, low key. So I haven't touched anything of Deltarune, which makes me feel like a fake fan because like yeah, because like I still have like I have my little Sans like figure that they did. I still have my shirt. I hear Deltarune is really good, and I believe it. I wholeheartedly believe that. So I need to just like watch a playthrough or something. Yeah, I still have my Megalovania t-shirt that I got in college that super doesn't fit me anymore because I got way bigger. um, you're gonna wait till all the chapters are out. That's fair. Well, okay. So then you and I will revisit it together. So we'll dork out about it together at the same time, since you're the one who introduced me to Undertale anyway. So it is only true. It is only correct. It's a prophecy. What you want, girl? But yeah, it seems fucking great. Which again, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that it's good. Toby Fox just knows what the fuck he's doing. Speaking of the Undertale stuff and their 4,000 different AUs, guess what I recently randomly discovered? Was the Underfell version of Pastel, where she's a coffee barista. Boy, howdy's the art old. Dude, Underfell is my favorite AU for being funny. Don't you don't fight with my money. Yeah, Underfell is my favorite Undertale AU. It is so fun. It's one of those AUs where I feel like every fan design fucking pops off. You know what I mean? Like every single one is a banger. Mafia Fell was also very good. Then we have big big fan in hits. Like big fan in comic hits such as Sooner or Later You're Gonna Be Mine. Shit slaps so hard. They're still randomly working on it because I have it saved on AO3. So whenever it gets touched, I get I get a little ding. I'm like, oh. But the person who was doing like the comic, like the like the visualization of it, dude, the art's so good. Yeah, no, it's so true. It's so true. It'll just randomly. I was like, oh my god. Cause let me see. Let me see how long this fucking thing is. Let me go pull it up. Let me see, because it's pretty long. I don't think it's got an update for like a while though. They come really far and few in between. Hold on, let me bookmark this one that I'm in the middle of reading. Okay. Let's see. You know, I should have just typed the whole name because I just put sooner or later instead of the whole thing. 7,000 results. Okay. Well, is it gonna or going to be? I think it's going to be. I think it's fully written. I don't think it's short. I don't think it's shorthanded. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I think it is shorthanded. It is shorthanded. God damn it! I should trusted my gut. Should have trusted my gut. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have one unread chapter. Okay. Yeah, it's chapter 34. And that was updated the 25th of November of 2024. So, but yeah, it has 34 chapters technically, but AO3 says that it has 38, which probably, but that's like including like filler update chapters of like, hey, like this story's not abandoned, I'm still gonna come back, like updates. But it has 226,958 words. It's long. It's long. Let me uh let's see, average words for a novel. So a 300-page novel on average has 90,000. So this is at least 600 pages. Which that's crazy. That's crazy. I know. So, or at least two books. Cuz like I mean I have a few books on my shelf that are over the 300 mark. Like there's one I'm reading right now, which I highly recommend. It's called The Last Watch by J.S. Dews. I love this author. She has great stuff. I say that as if I've read multiples of her books. This is my first one, but I also have Rubicon by her, and I'm so excited to read it. But this one is part of the Divide series, and it is the first book is 474 pages. So she's a little dense, but oh, I hope you could hear that. So she's getting some good wear in her. So like, she's quite floppy. She's still a little stiff, but ugh, but she's just floppy enough that I can like, run my thumb across the edge of the book because it's a soft cover, and it'll fucking just accordion right along, and it's beautiful. So I'm sad because like I'm really liking this. I'm like, ooh, I'm definitely gonna want the other ones. But I have so many books that I haven't read on my shelf. It's nowhere near as bad as some people I've seen online. Like I don't think it's over 100. I think it's like 60. I can check my Goodreads because I have how many purchased books I have that I haven't read yet. Yes, it's 63 I have purchased that I haven't read yet. So it's not bad. I want to read, so books that like I'm looking at going to read, whether it be I rent it from the library or I purchase it. Yeah. Are you gonna read Yellow Yuri? Cause I read Green Yuri forever ago, and I kind of wanna read the yellow one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see. I also loved Green. So good, dude. I know their stuff. Their stuff is phenomenal. Okay, let's clean this up. It's you are. So, but but yeah, I did recently donate some books that I finished that I just didn't like. Um, so I did recently donate a couple of books to the library. So, but yeah, but I speaking of the library, I went and rented a couple books. Because I have some books that like I want to read that I'm not interested in like purchasing to like keep a copy of. You know, whether all so like a lot of like which ones did I donate? I've donated two. So I started. Let's see. I started. Um, My Heart Is a Chainsaw series, which like I saw recommended pretty often on my feed. I was super excited for it. I fucking hated it. It was such a grind to get through. The main character is so fucking annoying. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Um, and it did a thing in the plot that I don't, because it's supposed to be like, because the things I was seeing it on was like, oh yeah, if you love slasher movies, you'd love this book because it's pretty much a slasher. I'm like, that's fucking cool. So it's supposed to be like this girl, right? We follow Jade, this girl who lives in this tiny town in Idaho. Um, and she like, mind you, the premise, I was like, that sounds fucking sick. So she's obsessed with slasher movies and horror stuff, right? And then in her town, suddenly a slasher event starts to occur. And she starts doing the like, guys, I think this is fucking happening. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, weird girl. While like a slasher is actively happening. So she's kind of like, well, fine, I guess I'll just fucking take care of this myself then. I was like, dude, this sounds great. I don't know if I'm just stupid. Didn't read like a different part of the blurb. I didn't realize she was gonna be like 18. And mind you, like I turned 30 this year. Like I don't like reading like teenage POVs. It just hits wrong for me. Like Jade is written like the cringy annoying teenager I know I was really well. But oh my god, could I not fucking read through it, dude. Um and I was so stoked like the first chapter of the book, amazing. I was so excited. We were getting our classic cuz like it hits a lot of like the tropes of like, it starts off with like you have these two college kids that are like they're visiting from a different country to this like tiny town because they're doing a like a whole like backpacking around the world kind of situation, whatever, right? Um, and they like go do the whole like hee hee, we're gonna go night swimming, and then they get murdered in the lake, and the whole scene, like the whole situation, is done super good. I love the way the horror was done. I love the way like the violence was done. Super cool, super good. So stoked. We get to chapter 2 and we're dropped with Jade, and oh my god, her narration is the most annoying fucking thing I've ever had to suffer through, and this bitch is 405 pages. I got a decent chunk of the way through it. That literally I skipped certain pages because she's in high school. Like she's in her graduating year of high school, and there's a sequence, like there's sequences where she writes she has like a singular teacher that like kind of really like, like is pushing her to like actually like, graduate and like, do well. Um and so like she write and it's her English teacher, so she has to write these papers about certain subjects. So like randomly like we'll turn a chapter and then suddenly we're just reading one of her English papers and she just can't be fucked to focus on anything other than like slasher stuff. Like girlfriend, I fucking get it. I get it. I also like it. But like it'll be like I'm just reading like a high schooler's English paper where she just has no focus and fucking rambles. And I literally skipped those pages. I skipped those pages. I would just fucking flip right through them. I was just like, nope. Um, no, Zara, it's worse. I promise. Like I flipped right through those pages. I literally would get to them. I'd skip right past them, and I'd move right on. And like, we got introduced to all these random characters that just they were there because why? Like I don't know. It's just and I'm not a fan of supernatural elements in horror just because it feels so like cop out answer y. It feels like the easy way out. It just I don't know. It's just not that exciting to me. I also like kind of don't believe in ghosts. Yeah, I also like don't believe in ghosts. So like ghosty things does fucking nothing for me. Like ghosts and like possessions, I'm super not interested. Um, it all feels like kind of just flat to me, which is fine. I mean that probably like bleeds into the fact that like I don't like fantasy, so like a bunch of like magic stuff is not really my thing either. So it probably like kind of blends into like whatever reason it is that it just doesn't work for me. It's probably like from the same area as that. So like so like I get like a decent chunk of the way through the book. I'm like I can't fucking do this. I leave a bookmark in it, close it, shelve it. I'm like I will come back to you. Maybe it's just not the right time. And yes, exactly. I like when the horrors is like a monster or like a person. The closest I get to like supernatural elements is when it's like eldritch horror. You know what I mean? Because then like you get in like a lot of psychological horror, which is super fun. I think a lot of the creature design is really cool. Um and yeah, and so like um so I shelve it for a while. I'm like, "Oh, there's an audiobook. Maybe I can just get through the audiobook." Oh my god, no. It's worse. Because the narrator is doing like teenage girl inflections and it gets to a point where she's graduating, right? Like she's a graduating class of like 30 people. Like it's a small town. And she's just like so like fuck everything. I'm so edgy. Wah. And I'm just like, "Oh my god." And the way that like she narrates like the way like the author writes and like consequently like Jade narrates this like her like walking away from her graduation and throwing her like cap from her cap and gown like in the garbage and like all this other stuff and just like the way like just this whole like sequence is the most like 13-year-old edgy angst I've ever read. I'm like, brother in Christ, I can't do this. So I suffer through it because like we get to the point where like some of the slasher, because like the slasher shit like starts up initially, and then it takes a long time for it to like start really showing up. So we start getting to like the actual like action of it, right? People are fucking dying. We're like in it now. You're kind of doing the thing where you have to guess like who the slasher is because like it's somebody in town. And like that part was pretty good. Like there's actually another main character who Jade was like, this girl's the final girl because like she just gives final girl energy. She's so perfect and pretty and whatever and blah 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 blah, right? And I'm just like, cool. Her name's Letha. Love her character. I would probably like the book if it didn't have one the supernatural element that comes in towards the end, and two if it was half the length and from Letha's point of view. I would probably really like that one. So like especially like cuz like Jade's like sitting there like trying to like tell Letha like no, like this and like is trying to like educate her on how to like survive a slashing in the fact that like she has to be the one to like kill the slasher and all this other stuff. And it's like they're just like 18-year-old girls and like Letha's kind of like trying to be nice because Jade's the resident like weird girl and Letha's just a nice person. And so she's like trying to just be like her only friend. And but she's just like, you're fucking okay. You're so weird. Like Jade dyes her hair like I think 4 times throughout the book. Like just fries it. And at a certain point she shaves her head. And it's just like she's so dramatic. She's so fucking dramatic. But I would love to read it from Letha's point of view, where she's just dealing with this weird girl that keeps showing up while all this other scary shit is happening. So she's trying to like cope with the scary shit going on, but also deal with like resident freak out McGee, you know? Like I feel like that would be so much fun. I would love to read that. And again, make it nowhere near 400 pages because there was so much fluff that didn't need to be there. So I suffered through it. The ending is kind of bad. there was like a whole sequence that happened there. I'm like, why? But why is this here? So then we go into the second one, which is the whole reason I started the series, because I saw the second one when it came out and I was like, and I read the back. I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick nasty, brother. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like the same premise, honestly. I'm like, ooh, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a sequel. I'm like, okay, I'll read the first one. So then I suffered through that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read the second one, which the second book is 457 pages, and it also sucks. I was so mad. Poor Redacted had to listen to me. Like, I would flip through a couple of them. I should have DNF'd it, but I didn't. I also put this one down and picked it up. I got to a certain point. I'm like, dude, fuck this book. I'm so mad. And I fucking put a bookmark in it, shelved it, went and read something I knew I would like, and then came back and tried again. And every time I read this, I had a time frame of reading this book, I'd get so tilted. So it's like, I think like 10 years later, or something like that. They're adults. Like, Letha now has a toddler. Like, she got married and has a toddler now. And they've kind of switched roles in the case that Letha is, to cope, she got obsessed with all the slasher stuff and learned everything, because she was kind of like dismissing Jade, like, yeah, okay, 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 and then turns out Jade was right, and she was like, oh fuck. So she went and educated herself, and a bus is like passing by town that is like, it's a prison bus, and is carrying a well-known serial killer. Bus crashes, serial killer fucking yippee-ki-yay escapes. Now he's running through town wreaking havoc, and there's a huge fucking blizzard snowstorm going on, so nobody can do anything. Right? I'm like, cool, let's go. This is already a little bit better. We jump back and forth from reading from Letha's point of view to Jade's point of view. Loki kind of shipped them a little bit. They kind of had some chemistry. Then I'm like, kind of want you guys to get together, even though Letha, leave your husband and just give it this girl. I guess, I don't know. So kind of wanted that to happen a little bit. I was like, let's give me some sapphic energy, Loki. But it was just a mess. It was all over the place with what happened. It was like I had to reread certain chapters, because I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? When did this happen? I couldn't tell if I was just stupid, or if I was so irritated with the book that I would forget things that happened, and stuff would happen. I'm like, wait, why? And there's just some other elements that kind of just feel just shoved in there for the sake of being shoved in there. It does. It just felt like a mess. So I finished that one begrudgingly, and I asked Redact, and I'm like, should I read the third one? He goes, please don't do that. I was like, okay. He's like, please don't. You fucking hated both of those. Please don't do that. It's like, okay, that's fair. So I donated those 2 books to the library, which people really like them. They are popular. Which it compounds into me being more mad that I didn't like them. So yeah. So I donated those. So they have some pretty not heavily worn copies now. Another one I donated was The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. I really wanted to like this one, because until this one, every Japanese translated novel I've thoroughly enjoyed, because I like the way they handle certain topics, and I don't know. Out is one of my favorites. I mean, I read a lot of women's struggles, quote unquote, the female experience, Japanese translated books, just because, like I said, I just love the way they handle it. It's so good. And just reading it with the fact that they have to deal with completely different societal pressures than what, for instance, I have to deal with in the US. There's still some similar root issues, obviously, but just with the way that their societal norms work and like what's to be expected of each other, and like, you know, it just makes the characters have to go about their problems in such a different way than like you'd be able to go about them over like in the US. You know what I mean? Um and so yeah, so I fucking love Japanese translated novels. So like my favorite is a really simple, it's I think it's technically considered a novella, or it's like right around that because it's short. But it's Convenience Store Woman. I fucking one of my all-time favorite books. So good. Um it is about a woman. She's like, I think in her early 30s or something like that, and she works at a convenience store. She is very happy and content with what she does. It's not she's not like the manager or anything, like she's just like a standard like convenience store worker. Um but she loves what she does. She's very good at it, like, and it's very fulfilling to her. But because it's kind of seen as like a dead end nothing job, she gets all of this vocalized pressure from like her family and like people around her. And she doesn't really have a lot of friends. Like she barely has any, pretty much. Um, but she gets all this pressure of like what she's told she's supposed to do. You're supposed to go get married, you're supposed to have kids, you're supposed to go get a better job, you're supposed to do this. And like people like, you know, are doing the whole thing of like, you know, her sister is in that situation and is obviously kind of like a little miserable, but keeps telling her that's what she's supposed to do. So she has this weird confliction of like, but I'm happy with what I do. But you're saying like I'll be happier or I'll be happy if I do these things that like everyone else does. Like they don't sound super appealing, but everybody talks about how happy they are. So like sure. So she finally caves and meets this guy who's totally worthless. But he's like, "Oh my god, my parents won't get off my back cuz I'm like not with somebody." And she's like, "Oh my god, kind of same." So they like get together and they both kind of hate it. Like like nothing crazy happens, but like they both just like kind of like irritated and impressed that they both fucking live together. Uh and she's just and like so she goes and she gets a different job and she can't fucking stand it. She doesn't like she feels so awkward navigating like the like office culture and like all this other shit. And the whole premise of like the whole point slash premise of the book is to like live your life for you and do what makes you happy and fulfilled, and not just because it's what everybody is telling you to do. And it's like 180 pages. The book itself is like really short, like height wise. So I'm sure if it was in like normal like book size of, you know, like 8 by uh like 8 or 10 by like 6 or something, it would be even shorter. Like I'm sure it would be closer to like 70 pages or like 80 pages, because even the like font, like the typeface and like block, like text blocks barely even take up like any room on the pages. Like it's borderline a square shape. Like it's pretty it's pretty small. But it's so good. It's really simple. Nothing, like I said, nothing super absurd happens. There's no like big crazy stakes where a bunch of wild shit goes on. No, like it's such just like a human normal story. And it's just one of my favorites. It's just so good. Um so there's that one. Out is completely fucking different. It's like 400 something pages, I think. Or it's like it's over the 300 mark for sure. Yes, it's very simple yet sweet. Um let me pull it up. Let's see. Where the hell is it? Mm-mm-mm. Oh, sorry. Convenience Store Women is 163 pages. So it's really short. Okay, yeah. Out is 400 pages flat. Um, and it's that one is a wild ride. It's I love the way the story is structured. In so like it's following like these like four like women again, pretty much all I read is like it's like women focused. It follows these four women that all work at a like, like convenience stores, how you have like the little like instant meals, so it'd be like chicken curry or whatever that you can just go heat up and eat, or like, like little like that kind of situation. So they work at a factory that makes those for convenience stores. Um, and we get introduced to each one. So the first four chapters is us getting introduced to each woman, what they deal with on a daily basis, and like literally like their routine from like home, go to work, go back home, start the day over. So we get a full kind of like quick jaunt of like what what that character's about, what the fuck they're dealing with in the day to day, and essentially like why they're there at the factory. Like essentially like why it's like this location, like why it's this job in particular for them. Whether it's they're not educated, so it's kind of like the only thing that does work, or they get fired all the time and it's the only thing that they could get, or something, right? Or it's like it was an emergency job because they were a stay-at-home mom, and then their their ill mother-in-law moved in, and now they have to make more money. Like everybody has like a different situation that they're in, and it all kind of sucks in some way, shape, or form. Everyone's dealing with like a different kind of suck ass, and so I loved that it did that to introduce everything, because then we roll into and we kind of like jump around of who we're following at the time. Some girls will get like multiple chapters back to back. Oh, we're getting ads. Sorry. I'm gonna work on this for a second while ads finish, and then I'll keep yapping. Um, let's see. Okay. Sweet. The sub goal. Thanks, Zara. Yeah, are you done dealing with the ads? I did stop ranting, so that way you didn't miss what I was talking about. That's so funny. Oh my god. Dude, and they're so long. Like, Twitch is just like, how about a 4-minute ad break? It's like, yo, whoa. So, like, the the ads are just really long. And I have them spread out pretty thin, like according to the little, meter or whatever. But still, like, okay. So anyway, so 28 months. Okay, okay. Um, so anyway, so it jumps around like following the different gals. Oh, did I do the wrong one? I did. I need 2A. There we go. And so anyway, so we follow these gals. One of which, so we like the kind of like the quote unquote like the main gal that gets like the most amount of chapters from her point of view. Like we end up juggling like 6 characters that we jump around from, right? Because we have like our main. It's either 3 or 4 girls, like our main 3 or 4 like women, and then we have a detective, and we have a like ex loan shark guy. Um, and so like for the first like few chapters, I like we're dealing with just like we see their normal like day to day, like it's just like their monotony, right? We kind of like get in the groove of the monotony of things being normal. One of the gals is in like a marriage that's just kind of falling apart. Her husband leaves, goes out and gambles. She's like, I'm pretty sure he fucking cheats on me all the time, like whatever. Like this sucks. But like they've been married and living together for a while. Like their lives are very intermingled. Also, like it's Japan, so getting divorced is not really like the most like it doesn't really feel like an option. for a lot of people because of just like how their societal like culture works. And so one day like her and him get in a huge like fucking argument. Like they've argued a few times and she just snaps and she fucking kills him. And then she just like she kills him like in the entryway, like in the Genkan, and she just fucking leaves him there cuz she doesn't know what to do, right? And she's like, "Oh my god." And so she goes to work the next day like as if nothing happened cuz you gotta. And she walks up to these gals who like they work like they're work friends in the sense that they all see like they all work together as a group every time, but they're not like let's go get coffee together like friends. You know what I mean? Like they're very much just like they get along at work and that's kind of it. Like the like socialization like ends there for them. Um and like um and so she's like so she goes to work. It's like she walks up to the other gals like while they're all in the middle of working. Hi, KJ Fang. So she walks up to the gals while they're all working. She goes and like they're like, "You seem off. Like what's going on?" And she's like, "Well," and eventually she's like, "I don't know what to do. But I killed my husband, and I am so and I don't know what to do." They're like, So they help her like take care of the situation. They help her like get rid of the body and everything. And like there's a lot of body horror in the sense like we get the scene of them cutting him up and like disposing of like the corpse and everything. And it kind of gets weirdly tangled where like they do that and then they randomly get approached like somebody catches on to that happen that like is with the yakuza and then approaches them with like, "Hey, nobody expects body disposal to be, you know, a little group of wives or whatever. We'll pay you a shit ton of money if you can get rid of this body for me." And they're like, "No, like shit ton of money though." And all of them need the money. Like all of them do. So eventually they all come together like, "All right, we'll do it this one time. We'll do it this one time." So then they do it. They all get paid. And they're like, and he's like, "Another one?" And they're like, "Okay, sure. Yeah, this time. You know what? We'll do it again." And so they get in this cycle of like doing it a couple times. And mind you, there's a detective trying to solve the husband's disappearance. Like the one of the main gals. And he starts getting suspicious that it might be the wife and he might be dead. Like, and so he's trying to solve it. And one of the places that dude frequented was a like illegal casino, like gambling like place run by an ex loan shark um that like sugar daddied this like popular dancer. Like you know how like in Japan there's like those cafes you go to where like the bottle girls are like super expensive and everything and like you essentially like pay to like hang out and this girl pretends to like you. You know what I mean? They're like kind of idle-ish in a way. So it's one of those that like he's like in a relationship with and like spends a bunch of money on. And like he loses his gambling hall the because the detective investigating I haven't seen Rent a Girlfriend, but sure. The so like the detective investigating like you know dead husband finds out that that's an area he frequents. Of course, shows up and it's just like, "Hey, tell me what you know," and they're all like, "I don't know anything." He goes, "Oh, you're not gonna cooperate? Cool. I'm gonna shut down this illegal gambling operation then." And they go, "Oh, surprise Pikachu face!" Fucking the shit gets shut down. So home dude loses his money, proceeds to then lose his girl because he lost all his money. Um, and so he's determined to figure out what the fuck happened, and it's all because of you know dead husband. So he's like, "What the fuck?" So he goes on a fucking hyper fixated like journey to like figure out what the hell is going on, and he finds out about the little quadruple of women, and so he starts fucking hunting them down. So we have So we have them who they are unaware of their imminent danger of getting murked by this like kind of like ex yakuza type, and then also they are worried about getting found out by this detective and all this other shit. And so like, so like it's really good. The ending's weird, but it's like Japan weird, I guess. I don't know. A certain situation happens that like kind of comes a little out of left field, but also like the symbolism is really important there. And so I highly recommend it. It's one of my big favorites. Um, so yeah, that one's definitely like horror based, obviously. I think another one that I read that was translated was or maybe it wasn't Japanese translated. Um, okay, no, another one that I'm not going to share anything about because it's best to go in blind. But if you are easily triggered by shit, don't fucking read it. But it's called Earthlings, and that's by uh, Sayaka Murata. It's a trip and a half, and it is very good. It is. It is so heartbreaking in certain situations because we follow this young girl who we follow her all the way up into like from when she's like a kid to like her adult life, and she deals with this trauma, like this very specific traumatic event, well, events like when she was little, and then has absolutely zero help to cope with it, and it fucks her up mentally, and you just watch her just devolve, and it's very, very good. Um, but like I said, it's I don't want to say the triggers because it really spoils like the impact of it. But if you're easily triggered by stuff, don't fucking read that one. But it's really good. Um, let's see. I think oh, Revenge by Yokogawa was pretty fun. That's a good one too. That one's a bit shorter. It's horror, but it's all these individual stories. Like all these kind of like one-offs. Like think like scary stories tell in the dark, right? In a way. So it's all these one-off like stories, like instances, and they're all kind of like the farther you go into it, you start to see that they're actually connected to each other and they're told out of order. That one's pretty great. Had a fun time reading that one. It's not very long. Again, has some pretty heartbreaking stuff in it because it's horror, so it's gonna have some sad. Um, so the reason why I went on that whole tirade is the one that I read that I was pretty disappointed in that I really wanted to like was The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. So I guess I just didn't like that one from her because I liked the other one a lot. But it was The Memory Police was just kind of boring. I guess I think the premise was really interesting, but it just didn't. It felt like it never picked up for me. Like there's parts where I thought it was going to, and then it just didn't. I finished it. I was pretty like I wasn't like pissed off I read it like the other two books that I was yapping about earlier. But like it was just sort of you know? Just sort of boring. So that one's only 274. So I donated that one. So I donated those three, and then I donated the Woman in Me by Britney Spears, which is just her, her like autobiography, which it was really good, but I don't intend to reread it. So I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't say like The Memory Police is bad. I think it just wasn't like for me because a lot of people really like it. So I think maybe I just didn't connect with the themes as much. You know what I mean? So I do think it's worth a read if you read the blurb and it sounds interesting to you. But it just wasn't it for me. I think it was written really well. Like I like the writing style of the author. I mean, obviously I liked one of her other books. Um, but yeah, it was. Here I can. So, on an unnamed island off an unnamed coast, objects are disappearing. First hats, then ribbons, birds, roses, until things become much more serious. Most of the island's inhabitants are oblivious to these changes, while those few imbued with the power to recall the lost objects live in fear of the draconian memory police, who are committed to ensuring that what has disappeared remains forgotten. When a young woman is struggling to maintain her career as a novelist discovers that her editor is in danger from the memory police, she concocts a plan to hide him beneath her floorboards. As fear and loss close in around them, they cling to her writing as the last way to preserve the past. A surreal, provocative fable about the power of memory and the trauma of loss. The Memory Police is a stunning new work from one of the most exciting contemporary authors writing in any language. So the premise is really cool. Again, it just was a little boring for me. Which, like, I've read some pretty boring books and liked it. So I don't know what it was about this one that just didn't click for me, but that's okay. Like I said, it sounds interesting. There's a reason I picked it up, but I donated that one. So like I said, pretty worth it to read, I think. But it was just sort of boring. Although I was like, oh yeah, I want to finish this today, and I've just been yapping the whole time, getting nowhere. I have like a half hour left. Okay, but same though. We chillin', we chillin'. Yeah, we hanging out. We hanging out. All right, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, let's fucking finish this thing. At least the line art. Let's at least finish the line art. Yeah, but I'll make use of my library for like reading like simple thrillers and stuff. That like stuff that you just kind of don't like a James Patterson book. Like I'm not gonna go on my way to fucking buy that. Like that doesn't need to occupy my shelf. I can just audiobook it, or rent it like a physical copy and read it and then go about my business. You know what I mean? There we go. Okay, the line art's done. Let's go ahead and close off these open spaces down here, just to make the coloring phase way easier. Because I'm a magic wand tool user. I'm so hungry. I'm definitely gonna fucking eat the second I get done. I actually might be able to color this thing, which I'd be happy to be done with it, like today. Oh, I will. There we go. Did it. How'd you know I was shrimped up? Huh? How'd you know I was all shrimpied? There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Can I get away with moving this whole thing over to the left a little? Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's get some color going on this thing, huh? Alright, let's go get the color palette. Oops, that's the wrong layer. Nope. Yeah, Sage. You give him Freya a bath. Talking about. Nope, nope, that's actually gonna be. Oops. Okay. I really need to add a hotkey on my little tablet for the shift key. Finish line is in view. The question is, I have no idea if I'm going to shade this or not. So the thing is, I fucking animated this skirt to have movement, so I can't even copy all these fucking... Why did I do this to myself? God forbid. Oh my god, Sage, you were slobbering all over the dog. Granted, the dog's loving it. Yeah, I guess. I would at least get all these orange spots filled in before I end stream. I'm at least gonna do that. Oh, I don't think this has any movement. Hi, Beans. Hi, Frey girl. Oh, your ear's wet. That feels so good. Yes, you're very cute. Very cute girl. Hell yes. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this and import it so I don't have to jump over every time. Okay. Thank you, KJ. Actually, and then I can close this. There we go. I just did. I swear to God, that's another savior word. I. Oh my God. Snacks, please. Okay. She's laying here being super cute, getting a bath from Sage. Yes, this is for you. You go. Snacks for Beans. This from KJ. There you go. I don't know where he is. Oh, he is asleep in the beanbag chair. And here we go. I pet Sage. Redacted. Will you pet Tarkus? Oh, two pets. One for Bodonia and for. Oh, there we go. He's awake now. There we go. He got his pets. There we go. I stretched. Popped my hips while I was at it. Good times. Oh my god, so we went to the gym the other day, and they have like a, like a kid like daycare area, and they have a little TV on in there, and they were playing Sonic 3 on TV, like they were playing the third Sonic movie, and it was the fucking the laser show sequence with the fucking with the Robotniks, It was so funny. All the little kids were like stoked on it, and it was the cutest thing. And yes, I will be coloring the line art. I'm not leaving it this color. Why haven't you watched the movies yet, dude? I'm gonna fucking take your Sonic card. Where Jack and I went and saw the first movie for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking take your Sonic card. You have to watch them. Take it! But you have the Sonic popcorn bucket, but you haven't fucking seen them? Dude! What's wrong with you? We have the one, we have the, I'm gonna take their card. I'm gonna take it. I will, I'll take it. Yeah, we have the Sonic 3 popcorn bucket, and we did the, Oh, I can have the OCs? Alright, I might take it. Because that means I get to have Zeph. Because I can have Zeph. Ooh, and I can have Lumi. See, this is starting to be a real winner, for a real winning situation for me. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you let me take your card. It's mine now. Ha ha ha. Insert that fucking, that sequence from Monster House. And just walks up and... That's crisp.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 7-Up. You're not even drinking anything alcoholic.
Shut the fuck up, they don't know that. Try to make your stream think I'm cool. I'm edgy, I drink all day.
You're dumb. In the caring monster fucking hands of Pastel, Zephyr's going to fucking die. You don't know that. He might. I might kill him. You don't know. I'm quite mean to my OCs. You never know what could happen. Oh, God bless you. Zeph is gonna fucking die. Zeph got Mr. Hands? No! Sarah says, bless you. Redacted. Said tell her I love her. Is that what you said? He loves you. He loves you, Zara.
Zara is best girl.
This is true. She is best girl. I agree. Gay. This is what she says. I don't know. You guys could go love Mega Man together. Would you missed it? We were yapping about Mega Man in the Discord. Redacted. We were fucking yapping about it the other day. Yippee! Mega Man! Fucking the little autism creature with the confetti. Yippee! Lizard. 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 Dude, I fucking love the lizard thing. I really want to do a dumb, like, lizard thing for Captain Lizard Man. Because he's the first person I thought of when we saw that. Lizard. 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 You know what? I should do a yippee emote. Should it be Pastel as the yippee, like, autism creature? Or should it be a little redacted autism creature? Because I think that'd be kind of funny. Because he does. Because while we both got it, he got it way worse than me. His cup runneth over. Both? I don't think I have space to do both. But I could be wrong. Pastel it is. I don't know. I'm kind of digging the idea of the redacted autism creature. I think that's fucking funny. Also, I said a fucking tweet that made me super self-conscious, you know, about the fact that, like, all of my emotes are gonna be, like, pastel-centric, you know, in the Discord, and it's, like, somebody, like, made the jab of, like, Because it was the old ass tweet where it's like Mickey in front of like the Mickey Mouse house, and it like is a house that looks like him. They went, wow, what a narcissist. And somebody was like POV join like you join a streamer's Discord, and it's all their emotes is of their like tuber. I was like, oh. Okay, nope, KJ, I love the way you think. I love the way you think. We'll do both. I'll do it off. I'll do it off stream because really I should be getting off right now, and I'm not. Yes, I will. I'll do that, KJ. I'll have them facing each other. That's so funny. It's a very good idea. Yes, exactly, exactly. I still love your and Ghoulies coinciding fucking chaos emotes. They're so cute. It was so awesome. And I love how she drew your little ducky. It's so cute. Which I'm surprised you don't have like a rubber ducky flavored like something of your duck. Oh yeah, no, that's right. You do. It's your little talking thing for Discord. Yeah, your PNG YouTuber is a rubber duck. That's right. That's right. I love that you've committed to the duck bit, BT Dub. I love the duck bit. I think it's funny. These smear frames are so funny to me. They look so stupid. Sitting here like, I don't know if I'm gonna shade this thing. I proceeded to then color in the like darker portion of her skirt. Like, well, guess I'm doing that. Says it'll look better that way if we do it. It'll break it up visually quite nice. Yep, I know, it's so funny. Do I do this move? I do kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop touching this before I just keep sitting here and working on it more and more and more. 'Cause I gotta go. I'm fucking hungry. But, oh, yeah. Let's do that so that way it doesn't look fucking cursed. There we go. I'm gonna get some food. I'm a hungry girl. Alright, who are we gonna raid? Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Who are we gonna raid? Who's live right now? Hmm. See, Osmo's live. That's the KJ. It's not really. Who should we go raid? Should we go do Osmo or should we do a rando? Mm-mm. Well, I get her stance whatever I want, but I want some options. I know you've been spamming me as Monster Hunter KJ. I know. Okay, idle iris. Cool. We'll do that. We will do that. Okay. Alright, we'll do that. Okay. Let's do this thing. Do we want to drop a raid message? There we go. Alright, let's do this thing.